Before I came in.
Yeah, I have two calls.
Good afternoon, everyone. Notice and call of the special meeting of the Madera City Council. Today is Friday, August 22nd, 2025. At 4 o'clock, I call this meeting to order and welcome everyone. City Clerk Gonzalez.
Madera City Council meetings are open to the public. This meeting will also be available for public viewing and participation through Zoom. Members of the public may also observe the live stream meeting on the city's website at www.madera.gov/live. Members of the public may comment on agenda items at the meeting or remotely through an electronic meeting via phone by dialing 669-900-6833, enter ID 812-3850-9376 #. Press *9 to raise your hand to comment and *6 to unmute yourself to speak. Comments will also be accepted via email at citycouncilpubliccomment@madera.gov or by regular mail at 205 West 4th Street, Madera, California 93637. We'd also like to remind the public that Wordly is available for translation services.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gallegos?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Rodriguez?
Here.
Councilmember Zachariah?
Here.
Councilmember Montes is absent. Councilmember Evans is absent. Councilmember Mejia is absent. And Councilmember Villegas.
Here.
Thank you for that. Invocation will be done by Councilmember Zachariah. Pledge of allegiance will be done by Mayor Pro Tem Rodriguez. If everybody could please stand.
Father God, as we give you thanks for this day, we always ask that you continue to bless our community and bless our city with growth. And we just ask that you be with this meeting to just lead and guide us with our decisions today. We give you all this thanks in your name. Amen.
Ready? Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen, for that. Moving on to the approval of the agenda. If my colleagues have any concerns or comments, if not, I would like a motion and a second.
I'll move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, motion passes unanimously. Next item, City Clerk Gonzalez.
Next item is public comment. Members of the public shall have an opportunity to address the City Council regarding matters on this agenda. At the time the agenda item is called, speakers should limit their comments to 3 minutes.
Okay, with that, I open up public comment.
Mayor, we had someone online.
Okay, there's no one in the chamber, but we do have one online or on Zoom.
Caller with phone number ending 2827. You may unmute yourself and please address the council.
Can you let him know how to unmute? Oh, this isn't a call.
Press *6 to unmute yourself, caller. Caller ending 2827.
There we go. Sorry, I was pressing *6. It wasn't unmuting. I'm actually Devin Julian. I'm a representative of Madera House Culture, so I believe I should be raising my hand when that agenda item comes up. So if that's more appropriate, I will wait until then. I wasn't sure when to raise my hand.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you so much. Is there anybody
Thank you.
else on Zoom or online?
We have none, Mayor.
I see none, so I close public comment at this time, and we'll be moving into closed session. City Clerk Gonzalez, can you read 8-1 for us, please?
Item A1 under closed session is conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, deciding whether to initiate litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D4, one case.
Any public comment on that?
Caller ending 2827, you may now address the council. Please press *6 to unmute yourself.
Didn't get a chance to lower my hand. I'll do that now. Sorry.
Okay, we will now go into closed session, Mayor. It is now 4:05 PM.
Okay, thank you for that.
We are back, Mayor.
Thank you, City Clerk Gonzalez. I'm going to welcome everybody back and turn it over to our city attorney.
Thank you, Mayor. There's no reportable action taken in closed session.
Thank you for that. We'll move on to the next item, City Clerk Gonzalez.
Under petitions, bids, resolutions, ordinances, and agreements, B1 is consideration of a resolution requesting the voiding of the community benefit agreement dated August 15th, 2024 with Madera House Culture, Inc., DBA Culture Cannabis Club, arising from the corporation suspension by the California Secretary of State.
Thank you for that, and it will be presented by our city attorney this evening.
Thank you very much, City Council. Just briefly, this matter involves the Culture Cannabis Club, Madera Has Culture, Inc. Unfortunately, we have found that the corporation has been suspended at this point and has been suspended for more than a year, which means they can't legally do business. The other issue that we have in the background is that they had until August 15th in order to exercise their community or commercial cannabis business license, which they have not done. That involves a separate process from tonight. There's automatic expirations. As part of that automatic expirations, the community benefit agreement also expires. But just for a belt and suspenders approach, because we want to be fully transparent and make sure that we go through the process and clean everything up in case there's an extra applicant position or slot available. We're requesting tonight that the city council request confirmation that the agreement is a void. And there's a process for doing that. Basically that the council would, who actually authorized the agreement, would have to determine the agreement, request that the agreement is void. And then they could, if they believe that it's not void, say it's not void. Our position is the agreement is already automatically expired, but we're just, crossing our T's and dotting our I's at this point. So that's where we are tonight. I'm available if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you for your report. I bring it back to my colleagues for any comments or concerns. I see none. I will open it up for public comment. If there's anybody in the chamber, please come up to the podium.
Mayor, one moment while I bring up the timer, please.
Thank you.
Ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Mike Warda. Sorry about the attire. I didn't get a chance to, I just found out about the meeting recently. I'm not really sure what the emergency was and the need for an emergency meeting, but well, I guess we'll figure that out. I disagree with your counsel that this entity cannot do business. It can do business. It just can't file a lawsuit right now because it is in suspended status. And actually, we've got an email from the planning director indicating that they would work with them until August 29th to get it back in good standing. And so I'm not sure what's happened, why it's changed, but the company is in the process of getting its status corrected, and it is a franchise tax board hold, as I think probably has been reported. There are many, many businesses that suffer these holds, corporations, and they continue to conduct business. Also, this entity is not just sitting around doing nothing. They're in the process of preparing their site, getting their site. They've been meeting with staff and doing all this. So we ask that what I believe the city has done, and certainly other cities have done, is that if they believe an applicant is moving forward and they're bringing good faith efforts, that they extend agreements. And so we certainly would like to do that. But I wish we were better prepared, didn't have much notice of this meeting. And if there's an opportunity for anybody to address, not that you have to, but if there's an opportunity for anybody to address why this was set as an emergency meeting, we're just not really sure. Again, we've been communicating with staff. They've been spending money. And I can tell you that as soon as they are in good standing, if the agreement is terminated, that they will work and do whatever they need to do to enforce their rights. And so I hope that it's something that we can meet and work together on and resolve, short of having to spend a bunch of money on both sides to try and figure out what's happening here. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I'm glad I made it here in time to address it, and I appreciate the time to speak with you. Any questions?
Through the mayor, I actually have a question. Who do you represent again?
I'm representing the applicant, excuse me, the culture
Culture?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And don't you also represent Finos and Blue Fire?
I can't disclose other people I represent, but I can tell you that I have represented those entities, but
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
We have any callers or online or on Zoom, City Clerk Gonzalez?
We have one caller, Mayor, phone number ending in 2827. You may now address the council. Caller ending 2827.
Oh, are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Um, uh, Good afternoon, Mayor, council members, and staff. My name is Devin Julian. I am one of the owners of Culture Madera. I want to thank everybody for their time, to make sure that this process moves forward smoothly and everything is considered adequately. I do echo what the previous speaker had said, which was we got the notice on this meeting via email at about 11 o'clock. So apologies for not being more prepared to speak on the issue, but I do want to say that Culture of Madera is fully committed to honoring the cannabis business permit and the benefits agreement that we entered into with the city. These processes have been taking longer than anticipated because we had to, get the property purchased, draw and submit building plans, and satisfy a lot of other requirements. I can tell you right now that the project is fully funded and ready to move forward so that we can redevelop a site that's been vacant there on Main Street for a very long time and bring much needed tax revenue to the city. So we are prepared. I do want to state that the building permits applications were submitted a few weeks ago. We also submitted the sign permit just about a week and a half ago, which would have, if approved, met the requirements, I believe, to say that we were exercising the permit. The most recent issue brought to light regarding the entity being suspended by the Franchise Tax Board is an administrative oversight. We had switched some accounting vendors, and it can be remedied very quickly since this is a business who's only been having expenses and no revenues, and should be revived within a matter of a few more days. It was brought to light by the city, which we appreciate. However, all the principals and owners are still fully committed to the agreements for the permit and the community benefit agreement that we've entered into. And we're hoping that the city council will take that into consideration as we would be the fastest applicant to revenue. We would be, we are ready to redevelop that site as originally proposed there on Yosemite. And we're eager to move forward. So we have the plans, we have the funding, we're committed to following through with our obligations. And, I think that the signage permit could have been approved and could have continued our current business permit. It was just due to this simple oversight for the Franchise Tax Board, which, as council earlier stated, we still can't enter into agreements and things like that. So if you have any questions for me, then I'm happy to answer them, but we would like your consideration in that we can be open very quickly and we're ready to move this forward.
Thank you, Mr. Julian, for your comment. We appreciate it. City Clerk Gonzalez, any more online or on Zoom?
We have none, Mayor.
Thank you for that. I will close public comment at this time.
May I add a couple of clarifying items?
Yes.
Thank you very much. First of all, I just want to clarify the record. This is not an emergency meeting. This is a special meeting. Cities do special meetings all the time. So this is not an emergency meeting. Second of all, even though this isn't about the automatic expiration of the cannabis business license, I do want to point out that they've known for a year about the deadline. They've received emails months ago about the deadline and having to get everything done by August 15th. The email that was sent out on Friday was seeking a confirmation as to whether or not there'd been a mistake by the California Secretary of State. So in other words, was there an error on the website that we're seeing? And we got a response back, or city got a response very quickly. It said, basically, no. They said, oh, we're going through the reviver process, which is admission that indeed it's not a mistake and they had been suspended. Additionally, the email did not extend any commercial cannabis business license items. It was related only to the building permit. And in fact, at the very bottom of the email, it made very, very clear that if the corporation is suspended at this time, rather than just been an entry error by the Secretary of State, any delays in reviving the corporation will not toll mandatory deadlines or other requirements related to permit issuance. The CCB permit had already been issued. It's an automatic expiration under the city's code. Thank you.
Thank you for that information, City Attorney. With that, I bring it back to my colleagues for a motion and a second.
I'll move to approve item B1. Second.
I have a motion and second.
And before we vote, I understand there's a slightly modified resolution. Is that correct, Alicia?
Yes, there is.
And would that first and second be as to the updated resolution talking about the expiration of the prior agreement?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a motion and a second on the modified agreement. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion passes unanimously. Thank you for your time, everyone. With that, I will adjourn our meeting here tonight at 4:40, and we will see everybody back in the chamber Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Good night, everyone.